Come on, clap your hands. Listen. It's your season.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Johnny
This is
O.
Johnny
I
O.
host the show
Coming to you
called
live.
Johnny O Gospel Show.
And
And
you
this
know
morning,
that the big
I
O
wanted
in
to
Johnny O
talk a
stands
little
for
bit
overcomer.
about
Because in
triumph
triumph, we are.
over being
So
a
no matter
victim
what
of
you may
abuse.
be going through, my
And
brother
to
and
help
sister
you
in the Lord,
come into the,
count
well, I should say a better understanding of this, I'm going to share a couple of interviews that I did. So you stay tuned in, because right now, you are about to be blessed.
Well, when I was not even a year old, I was living up in Wisconsin with my mother. And we were in an apartment, and she decided that she was going to try to drown me in a bathtub of water. I started to scream and struggle, and there was a security guard down the hall that knew us. He heard me screaming and came in and discovered her trying to drown me. And from that point on, I haven't never seen her again.
So did the knowledge of that situation have any effect upon you in your latter years?
It had a tremendous effect on my life. I became suicidal maybe from about the age of 17. I was raised by my grandmother, my father's mother, and I started to ask, as I started to grow up, I started to ask my grandmother and my aunt, well, where's my mother, and things like that, and they would tell me that, they told me the story of what happened, and I just wanted to know why she never came back for me, though, because she had other children after that, so I could never understand, why she didn't want me, why she didn't love me, how could you have a child and not want them, and they began to tell me how, she struggled with mental illness because she was beaten as a child.
I see.
But as a child, I didn't understand that. I couldn't understand that. So, like I said, from 17 on, I began to want to just die. Every day of my life, I felt like no one loved me, even though people did, but I didn't see it because I was so sick because of that rejection. And I started to take pills. I attempted it in so many ways, and it never worked. It would only really make me sick. And one day I had a counselor. I started to see a counselor, and one day I called her and told her I was going to drink Pine Sol. I was going to drink Pine Sol and things like that. And one time I called my friend and told her I was about to walk out in front of traffic, and I had my children with me. And because I really just didn't want to live anymore, because I felt like, if she didn't want me, why am I even here? What is even my purpose on this earth? And because of what she did, at 19, I had my first child because looking for that love. I intentionally did it because I wanted somebody to love me. And, I had my first child, and that still didn't fill the void. So at 21, I had my second child, and that still didn't fill the void. So I just was still sick. I needed to be healed from that rejection that I had experienced from her not wanting me and never coming back.
I see. So at what point did you realize you needed God's intervention in your life?
It was in 2005. I ended up in a psychiatric ward. They told me that I was essentially having a nervous breakdown. And it was at that point that I started to change somewhat. I didn't, because I knew the way. I was brought up in church. My grandmother brought me up in church, but you know how it is. You go to church and you just go because, they make you go.
Right.
Not really going for anything. And so I knew the way, and I ended up in the mental ward. And so that started to change me some. And then I was in an ungodly relationship. And at one point that I knew just came in and just done a work in me that I really can't describe. It's like, I did a 360 all, overnight. It did take time, and I'm still growing. I'm still growing, certainly still growing in the Lord, but I I love life now. You know, I never, ever think about dying. And this is coming from somebody who wants to die every day of my life. You know, but since I found the Lord, I love life. I love getting up. I never think about dying. It hurts me when I hear people saying, you know, why.
I hope that you have enjoyed what I've just shared with you on the subject of victim to triumph. And what I want you to take away with you, if you don't take anything else with you, is the knowledge that God helped these individuals. And as He helped them, He can help you to overcome the abuse that transpired in your life. I love you. Stay encouraged. And if you get a chance, tune in to the show I did.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm